Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a Divine Masculine check-in, Twin Flame check-in. I usually like to alternate between my on-camera and my table readings, but I had to come on this morning, and it's a very strange morning. I was really tired yesterday, so I fell asleep at like 7 p.m. and I woke up at like 1:49 a.m. so confused about where I was and what was going on, but my dream was very, very vivid, and it was I was going to my masculine's wedding with his karmic, and I was like really upset, and it was just really strange. And then I woke up, and anyways, what I wanted to talk about is how it's just so funny because I feel like my masculine has been trying to get my attention in my dreams a lot lately, and I don't usually have dreams about him. And it's because I've been kind of pulling back my energy. So it's just very annoying, this journey sometimes, because it's almost like I can predict everything that happens. So I knew that when I started to just not care and it's like he pulls me in by, and you guys probably relate to this. So I woke up from this dream traumatized when I'm like, I don't even care about you. Why am I getting upset? And I said this yesterday, it's not that I don't care about him. I'm not attached to any outcome of us being together. I'm not attached to a 3D concept with him. I use him as my muse. But then I woke up, and because I had a dream about him, I looked him up on Facebook, and I see that he made things more private than like recently. And I don't even remember the last time I checked him on Facebook, but I'm like, seriously? When someone that you haven't been speaking to, that like you're supposedly not on their radar, thinks to like suddenly privatize you, like make things private or block you when you're not in communication, in the past you always have been, and you're not showing them attention, you're not doing anything, you're not even energetically focused on them. Even when I share about him on my channel, I'm doing it as a way to help you guys and to talk about my journey, but I'm not emotionally connected to him. When someone does that out of the blue to me, then it's like it's a form of trying to get attention, because in the past he knows that I would react to that. And it's frustrating because I'm like, I'm obviously on your radar then, which makes me feel like, are you on my radar? Because you weren't really on my radar, but now you're making me feel like you're on my radar. And so it's just very frustrating and annoying, because I feel this is his way of like latching back onto me, because he sees that I've been energetically interested. And it's just funny, I knew this was going to happen. I was like interested in a guy last weekend, and something happened, and it was like, it's always very short-lived with new people, but I wasn't planning on energetically going back to my masculine. But I just knew this didn't work out, because my masculine, once again, is like a little puppeteer controlling my life even when I don't have an attachment to him. And that's why, like, I really want to say, guys, I think the masculine, and they say this about men in general, I'm not saying all masculines are men, but men like tend to remarry quicker after divorces and losses and stuff, because men actually really need their spouse more than a female does. And I just feel the masculine energy is actually a lot more attached to the feminine than, no matter how much they reject you in the 3D, no matter how much they minimize you, they're actually the ones that need the feminine a lot more. So I just was like, whoa, like really, dude, like you're gonna go ahead and block me out of nowhere when I like haven't even been, you're not even like on my radar. You're trying to make me on your, you're trying to make yourself on my radar. Okay, I gotta calm down, guys. It's been a weird week, and I feel very energetically overwhelmed, to be honest. A lot of energy's coming at me. I'm not having like emotional towers, I'm having like mental towers where I'm just really overwhelmed mentally. So let's see where this masculine is at. What is his deal? Why can't he let the feminine go? Got Ace of Swords and Three of Wands. I feel this is the feminine's energies, though. She's like always waiting for, like, what is this about? I have nightmares, the devil, Three of Pentacles. I mean, some of you guys may really feel, we have 2, 3 cards here, like, you know, as much as you are haunted by this third party situation, the masculine is too. So the feelings I'm getting, you know, is I feel when my masculine does these things to like block me, he doesn't really, he wasn't a huge blocker. I would actually tell him to block me a lot of times. Is he's trying to preserve, on the 3D, it seems that he's trying to preserve his karmic and his relationship. So in the dream, it was like so weird because I was like in a panic. I was like, how are they getting married? Like, what's going on? And some people were like, well, when you just know, you know. And I'm thinking, this is such a joke. Like, it was almost comical that someone said that. The masculine's need to protect his relationship with the karmic has everything to do with denying who he is and his fear of like how deeply he actually is connected to the feminine. So it's like the more he starts to feel for the feminine, the more he'll project those feelings onto the karmic and latch onto her because it's all fear-based. That's what this devil is all about in the Nine of Swords. And if you guys are in fear, if you guys are having nightmares, if you're in that low vibrational energy, your masculine is too. And I'm like, what are you? So it's just it's such proof that all of his actions have nothing to do with me, because why did I wake up and see that he blocked me when I've been leaving him alone? Now, the only thing I could say is that I've talked about my scenario on my channel, but even energetically behind that, I'm not fueled with it. So, and he should sense that. So it's like, this is about him. This is about his fears, his attachments, his denial of the reality of his connection. And when he's denying the feminine, it's that he just doesn't want to come to terms with who he is. He hides behind the karmic. And actually, the Ace of Swords was reversed. So it's like he just does not want to face the truth. He just does not want to see it. And if he doesn't have the karmic and he doesn't latch on to that, then he has to face everything the feminine has brought into the mirror for him to look at. And that's just his demons, and he's overwhelmed by that. Actually, there's something behind this Three of Pentacles. Knight of Swords reversed. I feel that his, you know, he's had a lot of irrational behavior. That's the other thing, is that I feel there's like a mix between him being like blissfully ignorant and also just, you know, his denial. But there is a part of him that is sort of unawakened, where he's done things that he really didn't intend for it to go. But I also feel this is like a choice too. Like he wants to stay in that like ignorant, immature energy. I was talking about on my live this morning that like my masculine is, I feel such a like a 5D and 3D bully to me. Like and I've attracted this based on my own roadmap internally. So I'm not blaming him, because he's just a manifestation of my own wounds. But whatever it is, he's a bully and he gets off on upsetting me, I feel. And it's a way to feel powerful. It's a way for him to avoid his feeling of powerlessness, something maybe going in his life to where he doesn't have any power, and he knows that he could always get it with the feminine. If he could just push that button, he could feel not so invisible, not so unseen, unheard. That's what bullies do, right? But for me, on my side, it sometimes feels like really his soul won't be happy until I'm like 6 feet under, because he's so, it feels like he's trying really to hurt me like all the time. And I'm like, even when I'm like, I don't care, he's like trying to pull me back into that pain, and he can't. But I know on a soul level, he doesn't really mean it. It's his own defenses, but it's like, dude, you got to get out of this already. It's like, it's time to man up and get out of this. Like, you can only play dumb for so freaking long, okay? You know what your demons are. You know what you're doing. What are you so scared of? Because the devil is so much about fear. Let's get I'm not in the mood to play today because I'm like, dude, I'm moving on. The last couple months I have like totally detached from my masculine. Like I've been having just like desires for so many other things, like seeds being planted in my heart that like I haven't had in so long, and I'm like, he just can't handle it. Like he can't handle that I'm not this crazy obsessive person that he thinks I am, because if I'm not, then that means something about him. Integrity and miscommunication. Act in love, act with conscience. Toxic, self-destructive behaviors. And that's the other thing. It's like, I'm not doing this anymore. And he's like, you know, toxic people just really do want to pull you down with their toxicity because they don't want to be alone on this boat. And it's like, he may be doing toxic things in his life and see that I'm not, and just energetically, he can't handle that. We're not always victims. We're sometimes these toxic people too. So if you find yourself that people around you are evolving at a level and you're not, the best way to heal from that is to just kind of let them go, because it's not fair to it increases your toxicity by trying to pull people into it. Integrity, act with love. If you can't, I don't know, I guess it's really hard for people who can't love themselves to act with love, but that's where it needs to start. Love, self-compassion, not seeing eye to eye, misunderstanding. Oh, honey, I understand what you're doing very well. This lack of wanting to look at, this is from Denied Shadows Oracle. I'm so tired, guys, but I wanted to come on here. This is the masculine's ability to, he just wants to play dumb. That's the feeling I get. And he's not dumb. And we had that Knight of Swords reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That is lack of communication, miscommunication. Also, he could have misinterpreted something I did, but it's like, stay out of my business, and then you won't have to worry about it because I'm not bothering you. Don't bother me. I mean, they just ask for things and then they don't like what they get, you know? Venus flytrap, apprehended, captured, seized. It's interesting because I was just telling someone yesterday that I feel so many dynamics in my life are like I'm a caged bird, and this must be how my masculine feels. It's like it's all about like who could capture, who could be captured, who can. It's a game of control, and like it's I guess you have to be out of the vibration of control to stop attracting things that are trying to control you. But I feel the masculine. I love this Venus flytrap. If you think about it, it's like love Venus. Okay. It's like he just can't handle when you start to leave the nest here, but he doesn't want to admit when you're in the nest that he likes it. It's so twisted. And then venomous snake, half-truth, deception, and lies. I mean, what else do I have to say about this? This masculine is very much in a toxic devil energy with the apple and the snake. Why? Why is he in this freaking energy? He feels powerless in his life, but I'm going to get more clarity on it. I didn't have any of the love messages here. Monster bride, companion, life partner, mate. His monster bride, the karmic, the dream that I had. He's stuck and he feels powerless in this dynamic. And the only place he has power still is with the feminine, because he's got a monster bride. I mean, that was what my dream was all about. Let's see. And dream lover. And you have a lot about dreams here. The grass isn't greener. When you have dreams and you have fears about your masculine with the karmic, you're projecting your own idea of like you and your masculine onto their dynamic, but it's not that. I thought I was making the right choice, but I was wrong. Things are not that great over here. Okay? Dream lover. You are my dream lover. You are my person of my dreams. I dream of you all the time. So someone said to me, two people said, one person who's not even on the twin flame journey, when I said I had a dream the other night, they're like, well, what if that 5D realm is like actually happening? Like it's another plane of existence. So I feel like in this dream, it was like my masculine was like calling out to me, like, this isn't who I want to be marrying. This actually is like a monster bride. You're the monster, buddy. And that's the other thing, is I don't want to sit here and demonize karmics, because the monster really is the masculine. And it's not that I'm demonizing him either, but he's creating all these things on the outside, projecting he's the problem. If he were to wise up and he were to face reality, he were to awaken, we would have no karmic to worry about. She would naturally fade away. I saw this card and I just realized that, okay, fading. I feel you slipping from my grasp and my memory. That's the thing too, is that the masculine feels the feminine slipping from his grasp. We would have nothing to worry about because they would be facing themselves. I am ready to leave the cares of this life behind and retreat away from the world with you for a while. No one loves me and soothes my soul the way you do. I can't wait to be all alone in your arms. You make me feel safe and warm. So I do feel the masculine is wanting to run away. This is from the Emperor and Empress Divine Love Oracle from Angelic Revelation. I do feel that he's just overwhelmed, because I mean, I feel overwhelmed lately. It's like the pressures of the world are just like a lot, and I feel that the masculine is feeling that way, and he also is used to having the feminine as his punching bag, and she might not be there, and he's like, where do I turn? Where do I go? What do I do? You face yourself, buddy. That's the whole point. You face your freaking self, and then you make adult decisions, like leaving a situation and a relationship that you're not even happy or fulfilled in. You don't get married. You don't push the envelope and push 3D concepts to make yourself feel better emotionally. I mean, we can't preach to the choir. We have to do the work too. But at least give up some of your addictions, because I've given up a lot of mine. Patience, okay? But, you know, I think the feminine, it's like her right. She doesn't have to wait anymore. She doesn't have to do anything anymore. Like, she doesn't have to sacrifice any more of her life. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Okay? Denial. That's what I've been saying. Let's get a few more tarot. Where's the masculine at? Divine masculine at. Three of Pentacles. We had Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles twice, I think. Being influenced by the people around him. Scorpio, Death, and Judgment. Interesting. I mean, I do feel it's almost like transformation and change is always right at the brink for the masculine, but it's a choice. And it's also, I keep saying, I just got this reverse. He feels powerless in his life. He doesn't know how to, he doesn't feel like he has the liberty to even make decisions here. I feel like he's waiting for the light to come and shine down on him. He's just waiting for clarity somehow, but yeah, because we had Three of Wands in the beginning. He's just waiting. I don't feel like he wants to take action, though. Get some cards about the feminine. She who emerges, she who hopes. I do feel the feminine is more in the light right now. The devil's very much in this devil toxic the masculine, but she's emerging. She's loving. She's opening her heart. Don't let where the masculine's at define where you are. That's the other thing about this codependency. Like, I'm letting this person who's in a toxic energy pull me in and convince me that I'm there still when I'm not. And this is what you got to do, is fight back, emerge, stay in the light, stay in your truth, stay in your story, okay? Stay in your story, because the masculine story right now is very, very dark and twisted and filled with denial. So the feminine has to stay in her own story. It's hard. There's the more you vibrate higher and higher, the more toxic energies come your way. And the biggest one of them all is the masculine, because he has the most pull with you. He's also where you feel you can be like the worst version of yourself too, and he kind of won't judge you in a way, and so you could let out all your crazy with him, but this is all a test. We've got Cougar, assertive. In silence, you find power. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. So embrace that Cougar energy. In silence, you find power. I love that. Unicorn, infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. It's like the feminine has this mission, and it's like, don't be pulled into this dynamics. Just keep going. Just keep focusing on your mission, okay? Keep knowing that you're on the right path. Wherever your masculine's at is where they're at. You don't have to be there. Okay? Because I feel that that's kind of where I started the reading, and I do readings to get my own clarity too, and I'm like, you know what, it's just, I can't be pulled into his shit anymore. And it's like, I've been tested so much lately. It's person after person after person after person, and the universe is like, okay, fine, if you're not going to tumble with these people, I'm going to give you your ultimate weakness, and your masculine's going to do these things, and you're going to, and I'm not doing it. It's the devil. It's the devil energy that's trying to always challenge you, and I'm just not going there anymore. I'm a cougar. Okay, so guys, be a cougar, be strong in your energy, be solid, be silent, because we do have Knight of Swords reverse and Ace of Swords reverse. I feel the universe is advising you not to communicate, okay, because that's just what they're expecting you to do, just like an airplane with the lights. Should we put the runway lights on? No, that's just what they're expecting us to do. Okay, so I think I'm going to end there. Thank you guys for supporting me, tuning in, being here when I'm kind of loopy and in a weird energy. I don't know. Let me know how you guys have been doing, because I just feel like it's been a very strange week energetically. I actually want to today just, I'm going to start, anyways, I need to start drawing more boundaries here. Okay, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.